This time I have a Paradigm PDR10 Canadian-made subwoofer. This one is completely dead. According to the customer, he was plugging and unplugging stuff with the power on, and he blew it up. That's what it boils down to. He blew it up, so we're going to dig into this one and see if it's something major or something minor and see if we can get it going. Let's check it out. Alright, I got a source playing here. We'll just turn this thing down to minimum when I plug it in. This is coming out of the preamp. And we have no sound. Okay, I guess it is dead. Okay, let's remove the back. Here's our power amp, our speakers, and what's these two sets of wires for? One goes to the speaker. What's the other one go to? The other wires go to turn on the Paradigm light in the front. There's an LED in the front that lights up. This is your speaker here. Alright, so first things first, let's see if the fuse is popped. Make sure that the power is off before I do this. I know you guys just want to see me get jolted. I know. There's the fuse. Let's see if it's popped. We use the meter just to verify. Buzzer mode. Oh, what do you know? Is it as simple as a blown fuse? Might be as simple as a blown fuse. Let's hope that it is simple as a blown fuse, because I like nice simple jobs. They don't make for interesting videos, but I like it because it gets it out of here quicker. It's a 1.5 amp fuse. Before replacing the fuse, I'm just going to throw a jumper in over top of the clips here. Bypass the fuse, because what do we need a stinking fuse for? Well, we do need a stinking fuse if there's a problem, but I got the dim bulb tester hooked up right now. So if this thing's got a short, that light's going to light up, and that'll save me blowing a perfectly good new fuse, because fuses cost money and I don't want to be throwing money away. So first things first, let's get our source. Plug the cable into the input and turn it to minimum. We'll apply power and see if that light lights up. Okay, power on. Aha! No dead short. Yeah, it works. It sounds like all subwoofers with the back off, because there's no tune cavity. So our problem is a blown fuse. So let's replace the fuse, put it back together, and power it up under full power. So I'll just replace the defective fuse. Now, I know why the fuse blew. Someone's going to say, oh, it must have blown for a reason. I know exactly why the fuse blew, because the guy told me what he was doing. He unplugged the audio line and still had power to it, which, subwoofers, you really should remove power before you plug and unplug a line, because what can happen is it has auto switching, so when there's no signal coming in, it switches off. When it detects a signal, it turns on. But if it's on, because it's detecting a signal, and you unplug, you could break the ground, right, while the center conductor is still making contact. Create a hell of a lot of AC hum, 60 hertz hum, bloop, blow the fuse. And that's exactly what he said. He said, I made a mistake. I should have unplugged it first. I had unplugged it. I pulled out the audio line. It made a hell of a racket and went dead. So it kind of gave me a clue right there that he probably overloaded and either blew transistors or blew a fuse. The transformer came from China. Paradigm's a Canadian company, right? But where was this made? See, it says made in Canada right here. This was made in Canada. The transformer came from China, but I bet you this amplifier was built here. Let's take a look at the amp, because these are good amplifiers. I like these ones. This is one of there's a lot of junk out there I don't like, but I actually like Paradigm, and I like PSB speakers as well. There it is. They make their own boards. Pretty sure this was made in Canada. We know the transformer came from China because the sticker that fell off it was inside. But right on the back here, manufactured August 11th, 2004. Caution for continued protection against fire risk. Replace only the same type fuse, 1.5 amp, 250 volts, which is what I put in. I put the same fuse in that was in originally. I'm just looking to see if there's any made in Canada signs on here. It says Paradigm Electronics, so I'm pretty sure this was probably made in Canada, this one. There you go. The speaker was made in Canada. I'm staring at the board looking for a made in Canada. I don't see it say made in Canada, but underneath here, you can't see it on camera because under the transformer, there's a small maple leaf on there. And the capacitors, they make their own capacitors. Paradigm. They would have made them here along with the speaker. So I would say I'm pretty confident that this was actually made in Canada. This entire unit was made in Canada, with the exception of the power transformer, which they brought that in because, well, that would be an off-the-shelf part that they would have brought in for that. But I'm pretty confident that this thing entirely was made in Canada. Everything, because that's where the factory was in Ontario. Right? Paradigm Electronics, good stuff. Okay, I'm going to throw this back together, get on the horn with the guy that owns it, and give him the good news that all he did was blow a fuse, and you know, it's not going to cost him an arm and a leg. Anyway, the amp is fixed. It's making sound again. I'll say thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.